Hey everybody, welcome back here to the BTS Pro Series Season 11. My name is rkryptic. We're here with neph, of course. We're going into game one of our second series. It is Osmium versus Infinity, a big match here between two South American powerhouses. Neph, how you feeling, man? Excited for this one or what?
Absolutely. I've been looking forward to this matchup. Actually, that's not necessarily true. I've been looking forward to this particular matchup because I didn't know that Osmium existed a little while ago. So, talking out of my ass here, man. I am excited to watch more of Osmium after our discussions yesterday. Let's talk to MJZ, and he's excited for the new team. And up against Infinity, we got some good interview questions and answers out of Mariano. That one was a lot of fun as well.
Yeah,
Both these teams seem to think that they're going to be top three, so I'm interested in seeing who's going to come out on top here.
they could be. I mean, they're both really strong teams based on what we saw yesterday
Mhm.
and the day before. So wouldn't really surprise me all that much. We do have drafts already underway. As you can see, the first 8 picks already done here. We see the tiny Pugna Marana Death Prophet for the side of Infinity, Storm Spirit, Medusa, CK, and Rubik for the side of Osmium. And I don't know, Neff. What are you feeling? Who are you liking more right now?
Osmium, 100%.
Snake Lady?
Snake Lady, man. I mean, they've got Storm, CK, Rubik up against these heroes, and you don't like even your Mirana. You don't even have a ton of setup for Arrow, so it feels so much better on the side of Osmium already. I'm with them just based on these 4 picks alone, but we will see how they round this draft out. I don't know what they get. It's like going to be the perfect counter here, like maybe an anti mage, but they banned that one out pretty quick. Is a little bit of a mistake, I think, allowing them to open with that Storm Spirit Medusa.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's crazy that you can pick Storm Spirit and Medusa to open the game like this nowadays.
Mhm. I mean, that's why a lot of if that's what you want to do, you take first pick and then you just ban out the anti mage right afterwards, so they're not able to counter it out. Like they just get rid of like 3 heroes that are super good against it. They get rid of the evoker that can EMP the Medusa and owns the Storm Spear in the mid. Get rid of the AM that does pretty good against both of them, and then get rid of the Dark Seer, which is one of the few heroes is still decent against Medusa as well, but not as popular recently. It can pull Storm out of his zip as well with the vacuum.
All right.
Uh, and on
Osmium,
the other side,
their
yeah,
last
yeah,
pick
yeah.
coming up, though. What do you think? It's got to be a support, right? There's no way there's a support CK. So they need a 5 position. They banned out the Shadow Demon and the Ogre. All pretty good. Oh, that's pretty good here. This is a really
Is
good
it?
AA game. Yeah, against Pugna and Death Prophet.
Are there good AA games though? Is that hero really a hero?
I mean, you have some decent stun setups, right? CK, like Chaos Bolt, you have Rubik, you have Storm. Like, there are some heroes that you can just follow up with an Ice Blast pretty easily. I mean,
Okay.
Pugna, like, we see a lot of times, like, Pugna drop his health down to, like, just a couple hundred sitting in the back of a fight, just life draining people. And now you can just throw an Ice Blast and kill him real quick, remove him from the fight.
Yeah, but it feels like you're down a hero. You're just an ice blast machine. You're
Maybe.
like McDonald's ice cream machine. You're always broken.
He is basically an ice cream cone, right? Infinity,
Yeah.
what do you think they need? They've got to grab probably. It's hard to say mid lane. Maybe it's got to be a safe lane. Tiny, most likely.
Yeah.
Do you want to take the Death Prophet mid into Storm Spirit? Is that doable?
Uh, yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I think Pugna 5, Death Power compared to before that you just no.
What about the
I don't know how
puck?
Infinity ran this one out. I've got absolutely no idea. The puck isn't really good enough here either, but it's just going to be able to stand their ground and fight against you.
It's gonna be a
They go
mid
for Ursa.
tiny Lumiere Ursa, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Position 3, Death Prophet. Position 5, Pugna.
Yeah,
I mean, you still don't really have any setup for your arrows, unfortunately.
you don't, but it's
That's
not
my
a
only
bad Ursa
concern.
game. It's not a bad Ursa game.
I thought you hated this hero.
I don't think he's great. I really don't. But he's actually not that bad in laning against the CK, and he is a natural diffusal builder now. So you can deal with
Mhm.
Medusa. Like there are like these like power windows for the Medusa, and Ursa's do come first. And if he's able to just like push the objective and run at the Medusa, he can just kill her, which is a pretty big deal. Like there's not a lot of cores in Dota that can do that.
Mhm.
But we'll see if it actually works out for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he needs to get a quick diffusal for that to happen. I mean, we talked to Mariano in an interview yesterday. He said usually if he makes a little bit of space for no, it's MJZ. He makes a lot of space for his carry. Actually, all these people say that about their carries. Like, yeah, if I just make space for them, they'll just get a ton of farm, and then we'll be able to carry the game. So hopefully, Ursa does reasonably enough in the lane. He can get a quick defusal, and then you can just run at the Medusa. I think if you allow the Medusa to get like Scotty Butterfly, then the game becomes kind of unwinnable. I'm most concerned about this AA and how effective it's going to be if it's just going to be like food on the back line, trying to get himself a quick blink there, because this is going to be a tiny mid, right?
Correct. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Well, let's get this show on the road. I can't wait to be correct about the AA and to rub it in your face when he does not do very much on this hero.
I mean, if there's any AA game that's good, it's, you know, into a DP Pugna. That's pretty good. But yeah, like I said, we'll see how it goes. A lot on the table for both of these teams here.
You think they're gonna change things up and just run the Rubik down the bottom line with the Medusa and run CKAA top? Yeah,
I mean, you could. I mean, it's not that bad. We've seen a lot of teams just like aggressively lane the Medusa lately, or something along those lines. So seems not the most unlikely thing, but Cat you going top lane, I think that's fine.
yeah. Because again, here's my concern: like you want to cold feet them, and you cold feet them, you throw a Mystic Snake, and they just walk away. But when you have the Reality Rift and the Chaos Pull to pull them back in, you actually have a decent kill potential in your lane.
They might actually start with the tri-lane top, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Catty's heading bottom, it looks like, so it is going to get the. Doesn't look like it's gonna be the lane that you want here.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. He's walking away. Boo! I was hoping we'd have exciting kills. I mean, at the very least, it's not like they have a ton of kill potential down near the bottom line. Just like you don't have setup for the cold feet. You don't have setup for this arrow.
This is like one of my favorite wards placed by Genic here, and he's going to see the Medusa's first courier coming out in just a moment, which, by the way, beautiful courier. This collector baby Roshan.
Dude, there are way too many baby Roshan couriers. Like,
I almost had
it's
the
not
like
beautiful to me
patented
anymore.
platinum baby Roshan, and then my account got hacked, and I lost like $3,000 worth of items. But we're not going to talk about that. Valve won't restore them.
Yeah, it's because you went to a website called Deem Games and Deem Community. It's spelled with an S, Ricky. They were embarrassed for you when you sent the report submit, honestly.
I'm sorry, what? That is just pure
You don't recount your
gaslighting. What the hell are you
hack
talking about? I just woke
The
up
time
and
you
my
were
items were gone. They're traded to some random account. And they're like,
He
yeah,
was trying
it
to
sucks
install
to suck.
free Dota cheats. He was trying to install. His computer just gets hacked. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I believe you, Ricky. I'm sure you're a victim of circumstance.
Appreciate it.
You have Steam Guard enabled?
Yep.
Hmm.
And two-factor. Yeah, two-factor authentication. Just woke up, items were gone. Pretty
They
crazy.
stole your phone as well?
No, I didn't get a message.
A likely story. But enough about how you lost everything important to you. Let's talk this mid lane matchup. Storm Spirit against Tiny. I mean, I feel like Storm Spirit beats most melee heroes, but Tiny has enough HP that you're never really going to be able to burst him down unless he like severely messes up, right?
Yeah, and Tiny's like pseudo melee, right? Like he plays from pretty far back where he's not really under range of the static remnant most times. So shouldn't be that bad. The bottle coming out as well. They're just going to go ahead and split for the runes here. Meanwhile, top lane, Pugna falling incredibly low, but will manage to survive.
Yep. 5 movement speed slower than Pugna, so he's not able to chase him down. Unfortunate. Neither of these, man, there's just no synergy between any of these laners, I feel. Bottom lane, Genic.
First blood, that's it. Goes the way of Kyu. Ray Neff, what were you saying about this ancient apparition hero? Something like it's a bad hero, it doesn't do anything.
I still stand by that. Look
Okay.
at Medusa. Pathetic net worth 1,200 versus the Chad net worth of this Death Prophet of 1,400. Impressive stuff.
Huge difference.
All right, never mind. There's like a 40 gold difference between the two of them.
Literally one creep.
Yeah. Embarrassing gameplay of Kataro, honestly. Arrow misses, unfortunately. Cat, you dodge it because A is a good hero, of course. Surprised that this guy isn't picked more often. Up in the top lane, Lumiere goes forward onto Draken, but as soon as pretty sure he's just gonna be able to walk away. Yeah, they both throw their stuns off on top of each other, which is a little bit of a waste of mana and cooldown. So they're gonna hesitate before they go back in. Ursa's dropped significantly lower, but he's got a stick with 9 charges, so he's gonna be kind of okay.
Yeah, he was waiting for the overpower before like throwing their stuns, which was pretty smart.
Bottom.
Pugnut goes down first, and like you're saying, bottom. They're chasing out Mariano, but this dude's got Spirit Sight, and he's tanky.
Yeah.
He's gonna be just fine. Meanwhile, Marana picking up the bounty rune and making their rotation towards mid. Maybe gonna find Storm Spirit. I mean, we saw Sabas yesterday on this Storm Spirit like absolutely pop off. Had a ridiculously strong game.
He doesn't get out this Observer ward, though. The Observer caught the Marana when she was like just on the ramp there, so he's not going to make a rotation over to the water rune. So. Just fall further behind.
Lumière's dead.
Or he's going to fall further behind the Tiny. Yeah, they lose Lumiere.
This double bracer CK doing a lot of work. I mean, he's got 1,000 health, 90 some odd, almost 100 damage. It's pretty good.
By the way, Kyayu caught out by Mariano and Gannick because of this Observer ward sitting up on the hill between the tier 1 and 2. But again, with that setup for Arrow, just to go for the courier, doesn't manage to catch it. Just would have been Medusa's boots.
I mean, that's a big courier to grab. Like, you have this aggressive ward that is used to mostly scout couriers, and we haven't seen Gannick actually grab one yet. And as a result, Medusa's having a pretty good time now recovering.
Yeah. Mid lane, maybe trying to invade. Oh, trying to punish Stormtip before he hits his level 6. Still a couple XP away, but Toss Avalanche combination doesn't end up finishing him off.
I'll get off the range creep here for sure.
Yep. So that's your 6 now on Storm. You're not really under as much threat to going down to the Tiny unless you mess up and you burst it with the Toss Avalanche combo. He does have 3 points in the Ava.
Which is the expectation from a mid-tiny, right? Maxing the Avalanche and the Toss. He just wants the single point in that tree throw to be able to do some damage. And Avalanche does come through. He gets the Toss, but ends up being the Catapult, not the hero. As he's continuing the chase here. Storm catches an arrow from Gannick. He goes down. And Sladen unable to do anything else there. He has to watch him fall. Yeah, in bottom lane, the dive from Mariano. Chasing down Katara. Oh, what a tree plant. All right.
Ooh.
That's sick. That's a sick play by Kataro. 6-minute rune, though. PP finds himself another kill and bottles a haste rune.
Yeah, he's going to go for another after this one. I think Draken is too far forward down the bottom lane. Haste is pop. I'm pretty sure Ursa's not going to try to chase him there, though. I think if he tried to go for him, he could have tossed it back to Lumiere and they'd find that kill.
Yeah, I think,
surprising.
Ooh, yeah, he's just going to go clear some stacks instead. Some nice, juicy stacks.
Yeah. See, Draken ends up walking back into the lane after
Storm Spirit's bottom, though.
Observer.
Finds a kill on Gannick.
I imagine going to move to the triangle after. Oh, no. He's going to head back into his own jungle. Drops a sentry. Trying to make sure everything's safe. He actually ends up missing that Observer ward that Gannick placed. He put it pretty deep.
Ooh, top lane, they pulled Pugna underneath the tower. Fury Swipes doing some work here onto Draken. He gets him. Oh, baby, that was a lot of damage.
3 points in the Fury Swipes already. Then gotta stay kind of far away. Oh, Kyayu is certainly dead.
Yeah, definitely. Avatos combo. I think Draken's like Fury Swipe stacks were maybe like a fraction of a second off expiring because he already had 6 stacks on him. And I was trying to figure out how the Ursa was doing so much damage, but I think that's what it was. Like, he just was hitting him for 100 damage in auto.
More than that even. At 28 bonus damage with Fury Swipes, he's probably just doing massive damage to him. He's getting close to that diffusal plate though. Oh, Pugna.
Saved by the decrep again for the moment. Lumiere gonna try and start putting some harassment in, but does has level 6 now, so he's much more difficult to take down.
Yeah, but decided to turn around as well. PP, Electric Vortex off one of the tiny, and timed it just right, so he manages to pick up the power rune. Unlucky. Didn't actually end up hitting Stormford a single time there, so it didn't interrupt his clarity as he ended up going for that play. They ping it out and realize that Storm does have vision up in the rune as Tiny is making that rotation, though. Speaking of, he's getting closer to his Blink Dagger. He's only like 300 gold off of it now.
Yeah.
Once he's got this, then setting up these kills is going to be pretty easy. Like, if he can find Medusa before she gets her mana shield off, while she's farming the jungle, it'll be huge, but I think he did manage to find that D ward finally on the AA. You don't see that deep Marana ward, or sorry, yeah, you don't see the deep Marana ward anymore. So, a couple more gold for this one. Rubik making some... Oh.
Exorcism comes through from Mariano. As you can see, he really wants to push the tower. Marana making the rotation down as well. And even PP here on the Tiny, seeing if he can find someone. He's just going to go ahead and bottle up that bounty. Fortification for the moment, stalling out the side of Infinity, but it looks like this Exorcism is going to be able to grab themselves their first tower.
Yeah. By the way, I want to point out they have a pretty big Ancient stack over on the Radiant side. So, should they scout this one out with like Tiny plus Ursa, I'm pretty sure they can clear this.
I mean, I think you're right. PP's got his Blink Dagger coming out here in just a moment. I don't think they're going to notice it, but...
nobody making it over there to invade. I mean, you want to get this before 10 minutes. Like, if Kataro's got Dragonlance, then I think it becomes a lot easier to clear it out. You can just outrange the Ancients pretty far, and they don't get any auto attacks off onto you. And yeah, that's where he's going to be going next. You definitely want to invade this if you're able. They're smoking up, but they're heading up to the top lane with this instead of their triangle.
I mean, it's a really good idea to try and stop this high ground, or this top tower put. Ooh, PP, Arcane Rune. Gonna bottle it, baits out the Rubik, jumps in, Avalanche, toss. The Storm Spirit comes in, though, with a little bit left on this DD rune and just absolutely destroys Genic. Pugna making his rotation in here as well. Decrep will buy him a little bit of space, but it's just time for the toss in from the Rubik as he sends Draken right on top of him. And now Storm Spirit not on a lot of HP here. Will be able to make it down to the low ground. Get some mangoes dropped on him from Catyu. What a support. We'll go ahead and drive the Ancient Apparition here into the bait.
No
the deny from Roshan.
The Storm Spirit gets out. They get the kill off on the Tiny. They get the kill off on the Genic. And this is all level rotation that Infinity was making. That double damage, just having enough time left for them to set that all up. Absolutely insane. And I don't think they'd be able to stop them from farming this triangle either. They're going to just completely lose their confidence after that failed movement there. All right, PP ends up finding the Medusa, but she ends up getting off her mana shield first. So
smoking at Lumiere. You know where he is.
Oh my god, they're getting destroyed right now on Infinity. Outplayed everywhere.
Yeah. Beautiful kill there.
Looking good.
Is it going to slow down their gameplay even more? I clear things out around the mid lane. No sentry ward dropped anymore. Genic and PP are going to start rotating behind the tower, but again, it's a little bit too slow. Don't end up meeting there with Kitaro. They have Moonlight Shadow? No, they don't. Still level 5 here at almost 11 minutes in, or so almost 12 minutes into the game. This is rough for Infinity all of a sudden.
Yeah, they are going to go ahead and threaten mid lane with the Exorcism. One of the things that, you know, makes this Death Prophet so good, you just always have that tower taking potential. Meanwhile, they will lose their top lane here to Draken as he's gone ahead and pushed this one in quite a bit.
I mean, this is great for Osmium. They're farming up Ancients and taking a top tower while you commit like all these abilities for the mid. As soon as Exorcism down, they're just going to run at you again.
I mean, the mid tower is pretty important. If they can get this without like having too many casualties, it's really solid. But they're smoked up on the side of Osmium, and they definitely want to fight. PP in the mid lane would be a great target. They're gonna go ahead and initiate. There's the Ice Blast. It ends up missing, but the arrow caught Storm Spirit. The silence from the Death Prophet. They chase him down. They get the kill.
Finished off there by the Pugna. And now they're going to invade the triangle, but Medusa's already cleared it out. Or at least she's in the tail end of clearing it.
Stone Gaze comes through, the Avalanche, the toss, are able to slow him down for the moment. The question is, can they do anything else to get the arrow on top of the AA? He's going to go for the life drain here and keep himself topped off. Cat-U, a little bit of HP. Doesn't find a connection there on the Tiny, so he's going to be fine.
Yeah. Tree throw, I'm not sure if that would have been able to finish him off, but this will allow him to set up on the Roshan. Stormfit's going to respawn, and I don't think he can contest this one, right? In fact, Rex is kind of struggling with this one. Someone needs to tank this up a little bit for him. Yeah, Mario's going to get in close. All right, there we go. Yeah, they ping it out now. I mean, they realize what they're up to. This is exactly what they were going to do the moment they win a team fight here. About 25 stacks under Roshan already. They're going to be just fine.
Yep, nicely done. Ice Blast doesn't connect. And an Aegis there for Lumiere just means he has a little bit more space to farm. Like, it's probably just going to be a farming Aegis where he, you know, wants to be able to farm, and if they smoke on him and dies, it's not the end of the world.
I don't think so. They're probably, like, trying to pressure the enemy jungle at this point. Like, again, you want to be playing this as quick as possible. Good find there.
Yeah. I guess he does have the defusal. Like, it is a very good item this game.
They do clear out observer ward placed by a Slade.
Oh, mid lane. CK tossed on over as well into the hands of the Chaos Knight. You killed him in lane. He gets his revenge now.
Very nice.
Dude, PB is owning on this Tiny right now. He's making things happen.
Yeah, you just need the Blink Dagger, like, playing as fast as possible. But again, not a farming Aegis. This man just wants to get, like, run at the enemies. And you did mention this during the draft. Want to play as quick as possible against Medusa, right?
Yeah, speaking of Medusa, just barely avoids a gank bottom. Arrow just a fraction of a second behind. And they actually committed Exorcism for it as well. So Mariano's got to start pushing this tier 2.
Yep. Kataro's got the Manta style finish now. What is your next item on Medusa this game when you see that diffusal blade on Ursa? Is it just Butterfly?
Ooh, well, hold on. Managed to find the Pugna, but it is kind of a distraction as they have the ward in the Sentry. It's going to put Katara right into the hands of the Ursa. He gets that Stone Gaze off, though.
Yeah.
They don't actually find anything really here.
Dude, Slade and Cat, you're wasting so much of their time. You've been given the runaround here. You're chasing them across the map. Is he just going to TP out?
Nah,
okay, he gets the toss off.
Should help.
Oh, the courier ends up getting killed by the Rubicon on his way out.
Very nice.
How long till Blink Dagger? Blink Daggers don't cool down for another 2 seconds, so he isn't going to be able to get on top of him, unfortunately. Tiny can't find him. But still, you end up wasting a lot of time there. You are getting close to the Blink Dagger on Ursa. If he's able to jump the back line, especially while Stone Gaze is on cooldown, it'll be a lot easier for him.
He's going to get the top tower here as well. The Catapult is still alive, and they're able to protect that one and take their third and final tier 1 tower from the side of Osmium.
Over in the river. Tiny up snatching the... Dude, this Pugna ward is actually putting in work right now. Pugna, dodge, dodge!
Oh, he did not dodge, and he is dead. Draken with a big crit there after that Reality Rift. Pretty dang good.
Yeah. Unlucky. Lumiere just about has the gold for that Blink Dagger. All out of mana at the moment, though. Wish somebody had mana boots to top him up. Storm is probably going to be fine, yeah. Is he gonna go for
Looks
this?
like he wants to reinitiate. Oh, he dodges the silence. What a sick play there by Sabas. And sets up a really solid avalanche there from Slade. And Lumiere, though, sticking on top of him for the moment. The slows are too much. All of these ice vortexes just holding them down. They can't make it through.
Already popped his Enrage, so after this one, I'm pretty sure he just leaves. He's got his Blink Dagger now. Didn't have it before that last team fight. But they get the disengage. Find the kill off on a Tiny. Finally shut down PP. He's been setting up way too much for them. This does give them a chance to take control back of their triangle, though. Cat-U hopefully will scout out. Ooh. Did he miss that? He did. Just barely doesn't have vision. He didn't go for that second ward spot right over there. Who pings it? That was Marana who pinged it. Played by Genic.
Mariano comes in, big exorcism, silence on to 2, trying to chase them down. The question is, does he have the damage to finish them off? Catyu still able to survive for the moment, but the Ice Blast pulls Mariano in, and he's just going to shatter under this, going a little bit too far. Lumiere does snipe the back line, takes down Slayton, but he's not in a great spot himself. Kataro is here with the Stone Gaze, and this Ursa is in a lot of trouble. Enrage in 3. Can he survive? He cannot.
He just, I mean, so focused on jumping the backline that he ends up melting immediately. He doesn't have the Aegis anymore. He didn't have Enrage available. I believe it was on cooldown for another couple of seconds, so, and way too far, and he is punished for it. I mean, this is good news for Osmium, though. I mean, closer to Kataro on the Eye of Scotty, the later this goes, the better off you're going to be. More difficult it is for Ursa to just quickly blow you up in a single overpower. Now they're going to run down the mid lane. I mean, they know they don't have the Ursa. Storm Spirit sitting kind of far behind them. A little ways away from his BKB. I'm sure he'd like this, but it's not like a massive issue this game. Because again, they don't have really much stun. They've got like Toss Avalanche combo and an arrow, but you can dodge that a lot of the time.
Oh, there it is. Toss back onto the Pugna. Do they have the damage to actually finish off the CK here? It looks like they do.
Watch tough. Lumiere. Instead of trying to assist the CK, they just go straight onto the Ursa.
Yeah, I mean, these are all worth it, absolutely. Safe lane for the offlaner, and it's not like your CK is really struggling. He's still tied for net worth with the enemy safe lane.
Yeah. It's all thanks to Slayton's deep ward. They saw the Ursa coming from a mile away, and of course they see everybody off of the CK. So they go, okay, we'll take that trade. Let's go for it. All right, Murana has realized the lack of setup for the arrows is a little bit of a problem and is going for a Yule Scepter this game. It is pretty good against the Storm Spirit as well. Just like the fact that it's got no cast point, disable, it can set up on him. But by the time he has, what, like another 1,000 gold? No, by the time he has another even like 500 gold, Storm Spirit's BKB is going to be complete. You're not going to get those arrows off.
It's not bad into the Medusa as well. Like if you can just arrow her, if you can just Yule's her during Stone Gaze so she can't like reposition or something. But yeah, they're definitely lacking the lockdown on the side of Infinity right now.
There is no way the Storm Spirit just replaced the Fairy Trinket with a Vambrace.
Oh, PP just got super baited as they go for an Invis rune and will shatter to Sebas there on the Storm Spirit.
Sebas just replaced a Fairy's Trinket with a Vambrace. There's no way that's the right play, right?
Yeah, it's really good.
What do you mean it's really good?
Vambrace is great.
Yeah, but not as good as Fairy Trinket. The 5% mana cost reduction.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh my god, you are the worst.
It's like an extra null tally.
No, it's not, because it doesn't give you the mana cost reduction.
No, I'm saying the Fairy Trinket's like an extra null tally.
Oh yeah,
Mid lane, they catch Ursa again. And they continue the chase, looking for the Pugna on the backside. He wasn't able to do anything to help him. They take the tower, they get 2 more kills. This dude's Storm Spirit is so good. We saw this just the other day. He absolutely crushed them. And now Draken goes in aggressive, finds the Tiny here. Ice Blast to follow. neph, I don't know, man. This Apex looking pretty good.
I don't know if it's the AA pick, other than everything is starting to fall off on the side of Infinity. The Ursa is, not really that relevant anymore. He managed to find that first Aegis, but again, when he dove that tower, I think at that point everything started turning around for the side of Osmium. 2-minute Aegis, I think that does actually favor the side of Osmium. How close is he to his butterfly? All right, he's on his way now. He needs another like 4,000 net worth. He's got his Eye of Scotty already. Once he has this, Ursa simply isn't going to be able to fight him into him anymore. Ursa's are going for a basher instead of a BKB. Like, I'm pretty sure the next couple minutes is just going to be game over for Infinity.
Yeah, Lumiere's Ursa is having a really rough time. He didn't have a great lane stage either.
BKB popped in the storm.
Wait, what? Just by mistake?
Yeah. That was 9 seconds.
He's just looking for the lower cooldown, dude. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Of which
I'm
it, does,
sure
it doesn't
works like
have
that
anymore.
still. It was interesting back when he did that. It also went down to like 4 seconds at that time, right? A 6-second BKB is pretty sick.
Moonlight Shadow and Smoke from the side of Infinity. See if they can
Dude,
find
he got
something. He gets the Courier, gets on
baited
top of
by the Courier.
Catyu, but Enrage comes out. Can he actually finish off the A? I don't even know. Catyu just dumps the Ice Blast on him. He's going to survive, gets the kill. It's going to be Tiny that finishes him off, but you lose the Pugna as well. The Stone Gaze holding him down. They don't manage to stop the Tiny's TP, but 2 for 1 just for an Ancient Apparition?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't just for an Ancient Apparition. That was for the Courier. Like, he jumps forward and he sees and thinks, okay, great. But you're deep in enemy territory at that point. You put yourself even further out of position away from your teammates. That allowed them to set up on you. That was unlucky.
Yeah.
We're going to use that word.
It's a good
he's
word.
probably a
I
little
like
bit tilted right now because it feels like he needs to make like the perfect play happen, or he needs to make these risky moves, and everything needs to go right for him in order for him to win this game at this point, and that's kind of correct. But things are just getting worse.
Yeah, Mariano mid lane. He's going to heal up quite a bit here off of the Death Prophet, but just so much magic damage is eventually just going to go down.
Yeah. Surprised that they don't just walk up the high ground at this point, but it was a later Roche respawn, so they're probably going to play a little bit closer to the pit. Try to go for Tiny, but don't end up connecting with him. Alright, maybe take the tier 2 bottom. I mean, this is invading the triangle right now is a little bit weird play because bottom is still being shoved in. Alright, never mind. This will shove it with the illusions. Wait. Mike. Alright, I had the wrong vision on. I'm like, well, I don't see Roshan.
Oh, yeah, that would do it.
Yeah. Anyways, DD room bottles, and I imagine Medusa will make her way over the pit. Rubik about to scout this one out. Yeah, Sladen sees it.
And we're just have such an easy Roche lineup, too.
Yeah, we're about to hit the 25-minute mark as well, so Stormthread is about to get even stronger. Effectively, these Null Talisman's going to double for him.
Mariano wants to get aggressive. Silence comes out from Mariano, but there's going to be the stun. The arrow does catch the Ancient Apparition, so he is down. He's going to buy back into the game, though. An Ice Blast, it's going to be making its way across the map, but it doesn't matter. You've lost that Ursa instantly. Mariano sniped, and it's going to be a third kill there onto the Pugna as the rest of the team trying to just disengage. And that means Roshan is going to be an easy take here for the side of Osmium. The DD comes again.
Yeah, I mean, you can't give this up, but on the other hand, you can't really fight into this. It feels like a lose-lose situation. That fight was made even more difficult by the fact that Medusa was holding double damage that she found down the bottom lane. And they're gonna make quick work of this one. Rubik making to the zone. PP.
Really sick find here onto the Tiny. I mean, maybe he thought he had the damage to take down the Rubik, but not today. And he gets himself a kill onto the Tiny, as the Medusa will finish up the Roshan here. Wow, yeah, there's GG out. I don't blame him. I really do feel like this is one of those games where there's not much left you can do. Really well done by Osmium here.
Yeah, I mean, Infinity winning the early game pretty hard. Ursa, it felt like he was incredibly strong for a little while, but again, once Medusa had a farm advantage, this Storm making tons of plays happen around the map, they just eventually weren't able to do anything. So 25-minute game going a lot faster than I expected. These Storms pretty consistently coming out on top, minus the previous game that we just saw, but no, that game was a run over for sure.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
who'd you say your MVP for this game is? I legitimately could not really feel the presence of Ancient Apparition. Catyu was pretty useful, yeah. He definitely slowed the Ursa.
16 assists.
Ooh, look at the assists. Look, we care about goals here, Ricky, not assists.
You're just biased against supports. Okay, I see. If I'm gonna ask B Cop what he thinks about Ancient Apparition. I'll get his take after this game. No. I think, unironically, my MVP might have to be Storm Spirit. Sebas once again just owned on this hero completely. He found so many big kills. His rotations were on point. And Infinity's draft, I mean, it has to win the lanes. This is not a draft that can play from behind into Osmium, and I think they know that. And that's why we see the early GG here. So rather than sit here and wait to lose even longer, they just want to go into game 2.
Yeah. Really, other than PP, felt like they weren't able to do much. Pugna did a lot with his wards, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
no setup for the arrows. The Mirana felt kind of underwhelming this game. Mariano kept getting blown up, and there was no one to go in with Lumiere. It was like, okay, PP shows himself, but there's no follow up to Lumiere's damage. It was like consistent in these team fights. So we'll see if they fix the draft issues in game number 2. If they come out a little bit further ahead. Surprised, and Osmium looked so much better in
Yeah.
his first game.
It was a solid game. So we're going to go to a short break, everyone. We got game number 2 of Osmium versus Infinity coming up after the break. We'll see you then.